Loretta Lynn, the coal miner's daughter, wasn't just a country music legend. She was also the mother of 6 children. Her family life was as full of stories and challenges as her music career. Loretta welcomed her children with her husband, Oliver Doolittle Lynn, whom she married when she was just 15 years old. By the time she was 20, she'd already given birth to 4 of them. Let's take a closer look at Loretta's children and the legacies they carry. First, Betty Sue Lynn. Loretta's first child, Betty Sue, was born on November 26, 1948, when Loretta was only 16 years old. Betty Sue inherited her mother's talent for songwriting and contributed to Loretta's music with songs like Wine, Women, and Song and The Home You're Tearin' Down. Betty shared a close bond with her mother, and Loretta often spoke about their unique relationship. She once said that raising Betty felt like they were growing up together because of how young she was when she had her. Tragically, Betty passed away on July 29, 2013, at the age of 64 due to complications from emphysema. Loretta frequently honored her daughter's memory on social media, describing Betty as feisty, fun, and having a heart of gold. Betty is survived by her 2 daughters, Lynn Marworth and Audrey Dyer. Second, Jack Benny Lynn. Born on December 7, 1949, Jack Benny Lynn was named after Loretta's favorite comedian. Unlike his sisters, Jack chose to stay out of the music industry and worked as a blacksmith and horse trainer on the family's Hurricane Mills Ranch. Jack was known for his quiet demeanor and strong connection to the land. He and his wife, Barbara, had a daughter, Jenny, and Jack also had 2 children from a previous relationship. Tragically, Jack died on July 22, 1984, while attempting to cross Duck River on horseback. The accident occurred on the family property, and his death deeply affected Loretta. She was on tour at the time and fell unconscious from exhaustion when she heard the news. Loretta often spoke of her blonde-headed, blue-eyed baby with deep affection, saying he still brought a smile to her face whenever she thought of him. Third, Clara Sissy Marie Lynn. Clara Marie Lynn, known as Sissy, was born on April 7, 1952. She followed her mother into the world of music, performing and opening for country music legends like George Jones and Conway Twitty. Sissy married singer-songwriter John Beams, who also worked as Loretta's driver for nearly 2 decades. Together, they released an album titled The Daughter of the Coal Miner's Daughter in 2011, which featured Sissy's renditions of Loretta's biggest hits. Loretta herself produced the album, marking her first time in the producer's chair. In recent years, Sissy and her husband stepped back from the music scene, running a country store near the family ranch that sold handmade goods and memorabilia. However, the store is no longer operational. Fourth, Ernest Ray Lynn. Born on May 27, 1954, Ernest Ray Lynn grew up immersed in the country music world. He frequently joined Loretta on the road, serving as her bandmate and opening act. Loretta described Ernest as one of her best friends and someone who shared her passion for music. Ernest married Cindy Pellmans, and together they had a daughter, Taylor Lynn, in 1975. Though their marriage was short-lived, Taylor became a country musician in her own right and often reminisces about her childhood on the road with her dad and Meemaw Loretta. Today, Ernest leads a quieter life with his second wife, Crystal, at the family's Hurricane Mills estate, where they help manage the ranch. Fifth, Peggy Jean Lynn. The first of Loretta's twins, Peggy Jean, was born on August 6, 1964, and named after Loretta's sister, Peggy Sue. Peggy and her twin sister Patsy formed a country duo, the Lynns, in the late 1990s. Together, they released songs like Woman to Woman and earned 2 CMA Vocal Duo of the Year nominations in 1998 and 1999. Though the Lynns eventually disbanded, Peggy turned her focus to farming. Loretta once described Peggy's garden as a little piece of heaven and praised her daughter's talents as a master farmer. Peggy shared a close bond with her mother and often reflected on the sacrifices Loretta made while touring. Loretta herself admitted that she regretted missing time with her kids, saying, "Every woman ought to be with her kids. That's her job, and it's good for both of you." Sixth, Patsy Eileen Lynn Russell. Patsy, Peggy's twin, was also born on August 6, 1964. Named after Loretta's dear friend and mentor Patsy Cline, Patsy followed her mother's footsteps into music. After her time performing with Peggy, Patsy shifted to a career behind the scenes as a producer and songwriter. Alongside John Carter Cash, Patsy co-produced Loretta's albums from 2016 onward, ensuring her mother's legacy continued to shine. Patsy was also instrumental in co-producing the Lifetime movie Patsy and Loretta, which chronicled the friendship between their mothers, Patsy Cline and Loretta Lynn. Patsy is married to Philip Russell, and together they have 6 children. Loretta once said she was most proud of the way her twins had become loving and devoted mothers to their own kids. Loretta Lynn's children carry forward her legacy in unique ways, from tending to the family ranch to preserving her music and values. Each of them played a significant role in Loretta's life, and she, in turn, shaped theirs with her love, work ethic, and unshakable pride in her family roots. Though Loretta's time with her children was sometimes limited due to her demanding career, her bond with them remained strong. Her advice to her children to cherish time with family continues to resonate, just as her songs do with fans around the world. Loretta's legacy is alive not just in her music, but in the lives of her children, grandchildren, and the memories they share of the coal miner's daughter, who built an enduring empire from the humblest beginnings.